Welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of the Eye of the Tyrant. My name is DJ. I will be your game master for this series. We're super excited to finally share this for you. It is a few months in the making, and now we're going to introduce our players. Eryn, take it away.
Oh, I didn't realize I was first. Okay, hi. I'm Eryn. I'll be playing Vesper. I'm not sure what else.
That is okay. It is
You have any
episode
pluggables?
I need pluggables. I'm Eryn, ERYN on Twitch.
And the
as well
only
as
one.
Eryn
That's the
Rose
weird
Dice.
thing.
I got that specific. And I'm Eryn Rose Dice on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram.
Fantastic. Corb, introduce yourself. Tell us about you.
I'm Corb, aka Solid KP. I'm a professional game master, and I do a bunch of improv and stuff. And I like pierogies.
Oh, pierogies are so good. I love pierogies. What sauce do you dip them in?
Sour cream, obviously.
There you go. I've heard some different things lately, and I was like, honey on a pierogi? Maybe. All right, Brayden, you are up next.
Yes, hello, I'm Brayden. I am known as the tabletop tutor on Start Playing Games, where I am also a professional GM. When I claimed that handle, I had a grand intention of one day being a YouTube guy that explained stuff about tabletop RPGs and like do video essays and stuff. I have plans to do that this year, but right now there's literally nothing to plug, so I'm just holding myself accountable to eventually make that.
All right, PK.
Hello, I am PK. I'm a professional dungeon master over on Start Playing Games /GM/PKW. You can find me there. And I'm here to inform you all that a pierogi is a sort of dumpling thing, and I've never had one.
Yo, I'm going to back you up there because there's a dumpling place near us, Chinese style, but they make mashed potato dumplings, and they're just pierogies.
Yeah,
but they can't call them that.
That's
I feel like everybody said that they are professional DMs. I am also. That was like a last minute tack on. That's me too.
you gotta plug it.
Did I forget to say that I am also a professional game master?
This is really bad
get out of
because
here.
I'm a professional game player too.
There's yeah, that's true. Well, listen, I'm going to include everybody's Start Playing Game links in the episode description for you to find us and book games with us. Obviously, we all met via this sphere of professional game mastering. So yeah, without further ado, allow me to introduce the world in which we are in. The Etrosian Empire spans across the galaxy with an iron grip. Countless insurgent cells wage a constant war against them, unbeknownst to the average citizen of the Empire. And likewise, the Etrosian Empire crushes what so-called freedom fighters they can. Our story begins in a place that many have never seen and many do not believe actually exists. And it is a lonely place, a space station designated the Eye, orbiting a large and angry-looking gas giant known only as the Tyrant. So, Eryn. Vesper, in fact.
That's me.
Welcome to the Eye of the Tyrant, prisoner. Keep your hands and feet to yourself and remain on the guidelines through the halls and no funny business. You're pushed off of the transport towards the receiving area, and the air here feels stale and recycled. The comforts of the space stations you've normally been on, or the spaceships that you've normally been on, are seemingly absent here. The air is dry and musty at the same time. And as you approach the receiving desk, a woman looks at you and says, "ID badge, prisoner. Hurry it up."
I think there's been a mistake here, and I shouldn't.
Oh, you think you
Or
shouldn't be
whatever
here? Hey, Gus. This prisoner thinks that she shouldn't be here. What do you think? Oh, yeah. Obviously, she shouldn't be here. We'll get that cleared up right away. But first, we're gonna have you hang out in your cell.
Fine.
You provide your ID badge, and it is stamped with an ID number. And you are pushed through a hallway. As you're guided through the halls, you're led up a set of stairs. And the guard behind you says, "Welcome to your new home. Enjoy your stay." The doors open up to a large habitation unit. Cells line the walls, and a central structure in the middle with various recreational equipment on top of it. There must be 1,000 people in this habitation alone. And on approach, you saw that there were 4 different habitation units, all in a circle. It's like a city. People gather in cliques and give side eyes as you are led, still handcuffed, to your cell. And the guard says to you, "Well, prisoner, it's your lucky day. None of the cells typically have openings, and usually you don't get rooms to yourself. But the previous occupants of your cell, both, well, it didn't end pretty. So you're going to get a room all by yourself. Consider yourself lucky. That's the special treatment that your parents ordered." As he leads you over to your cell and opens it up to see a dank and awful little space with 2 beds on either side and, of course, a toilet and sink right in the middle of the room. If you need to, you can activate the privacy curtain for 10 seconds at a time. So make your business quick.
10.
Got to make sure that, you survive this. We turn now to Samuel. Samuel, you are also being offloaded from a transport on a different side of the facility, a much more welcoming and friendly side. You see as other guards are kind of being buddy-buddy with each other and telling stories as you walk through, and they go, "Hey, new guy?"
Yeah.
"My name's Jarn.
Yeah, my name's Samuel. Pleasure
This
to meet
over
you,
here
Jarn.
is Malia.
Okay.
Listen, to be honest, this is the easiest posting that you could possibly get. So don't worry too much about what happens, all right?"
Okay.
Usually, the prisoners kind of self-police themselves.
Mm-hmm.
We only get involved if things get a little too out of control. You're going to be assigned to a few prisoners, just making sure that they are escorted to the places they need to be. There's one specific prisoner here that has a little bit of a higher status. Families in high places. You're going to be making sure nothing happens to her specifically.
Who's that?
Her name is... he checks his paper. Vesper.
Vesper.
No.
What block is she going to be in?
She's going to be in block C.
Okay. All right. Not supposed to take special care of her.
Yeah. Just make sure that she survives. Her family's paying an awful lot of money to make sure that she's not,
Harassed. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Easy enough. First week, take care of the rich girl, I guess. Okay. I can do that.
All right. You're led to your station where you can, change into your guard uniform and, leave your effects in the locker.
I'll get all dressed up and head on out and
Yeah.
start my rounds.
Fantastic. Egg and Sear, you're currently hanging out in the courtyard with a young man named Winless, and he's just kind of going, man, since you guys arrived, this has been such a better time. Honestly, it was kind of a nightmare before you two showed up. Everybody was always just taking my food and bullying me, and it's kind of the worst. So I know you probably don't see me this way, Seer, but at this point, you're like one of my best friends. And Egg, you too, absolutely, just the best. I heard there's
Winslow.
Yeah.
We're all comrades here, and that is how we show solidarity. Through the camaraderie we share with each other, our friendship will know no bounds. We will rise up and revolutionize this prison.
That sounds great. As
Yes,
long as we
but
survive.
I do ask you to remember what we had talked about. Volume. Yes. As in, take where you feel you ought to be and drop it down. And then drop it down further. And then further yet again. Could you give it a try?
Right. Hold on. Allow me to try, my friends. Together we will rise up in revolution.
Brilliant.
As comrades. Within
Hey,
this prison,
keep it down over there. Keep it down over there, you two. You're disrupting the other prisoners.
Of course, sir.
right.
This man doesn't know what we're planning.
Winless, if you're going to insist upon accompanying us wherever we go, like an errant little shadow, may I ask you this? When you see Egg start to get exaggerated like this, could you just find some way to correct him? Maybe flick him in the back of the head?
Oh, like some redirection. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Make yourself useful, please.
Oh, yes, sir. And he kind of like does a little salute to you as he just kind of stands on guard. Like he's waiting for it to happen because he knows it's probably going to happen. And Winless goes, "Did you hear there's a new prisoner?"
No, I didn't.
Oh, she's in our new like little cell block group for mealtime and all of that.
Well, it would have to be somebody important for it to be making the rounds.
Yeah, it's sounds to me like maybe just kind of aristocrat type. Don't know how she ended up in here.
Well, if I can wind up in here, anyone can.
Of course. It's still early morning time. Oh, we just lost Corb's video.
Winless, I didn't say kill him.
Everybody, get lockdown! We got a dead prisoner.
Absolutely. Corb, can you still hear us? I'm going to turn him up over here. Corb, we lost your video there for a second there, bud. Oh, no, you're completely fine. I will splice this together so that no one knows anything ever happened.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
More bloopers.
More bloopers. There's Corb. Show Corb on stream as Corb. Why is he down there?
So this guy's name is Winless? What a great name.
It
And
is
we're-
pretty.
And we're part of the Etrosian Empire? Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Etrosian. Okay, cool.
Etrosian or Etrojan?
A Trojan.
That didn't help. That didn't help at all. That didn't help to specify.
All right, let's resume. You hear over the comms as a familiar sound pops up. Prisoners, it is now breakfast time. Please escort yourselves to the meal area.
Breakfast! Excellent. A good day always starts with a good breakfast. That's what I always say, friends. You think they have salt this time?
Let's see.
I'll head towards Block C to escort Eryn to breakfast. Escort Vesper to breakfast, excuse me.
Of course. As you approach Vesper's room, Vesper, what are you doing as you kind of adjust to your new living situation?
I am still very much in shock. And I think I've just completely drowned out this announcement and drowned out potentially anybody who might have been walking past or saying anything as they walk past, and I'm just on the bed, head in my hands, just absolutely unbelievable that I'm here.
PK, there's
Knock
Samuel.
on the door to get the attention. Pop up. Vesper?
Yep.
Vesper.
Yep.
Hi,
That's it.
I'm the guard who's been assigned to your section, and they've asked me to escort you to breakfast, show you around the new place. So, would you like to come this way to the mess hall?
More special treatment then?
Yeah, they told me that your parents were pretty fancy. What's your last name? I mean, who are these? Who's this family that's giving you all this special treatment anyway? Who are you?
Frost. Vesper Frost.
Okay. I think sounds familiar. Something up there, but come on, let's get breakfast. What I've seen the past few days, the line gets long pretty quick, so if we hurry up, shouldn't be stuck too long waiting.
And
we'll get you some food.
how long do I get this honor then of...
Well, you've got me guiding you around until I'm told any differently. And you get the honor of breakfast only in the morning. So, in the afternoon and dinner, you won't be getting breakfast.
I figured that much. I mean, they do have normal meal times.
Yes, yeah, we do follow the typical human circadian rhythm here. You will be getting 3 meals a day and sleeping pretty much 8 hours. So, yes.
Right.
I mean, I guess maybe I could ask my supervisor. You've got the special treatment. Maybe you can get 10 hours of sleep, if you want it. But yeah, breakfast. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're led through this hall, and people are some lazily making their way towards the breakfast line. Others, not so much. Others are definitely kind of sprinting. And as you get in line, you are right behind... Egg, please describe yourself for the viewers and for the players.
I guess I should describe my backside in this scenario.
Very
What I'm looking
animal.
at. What I'm looking at, baby.
You stand behind this massive man. He must be at least like 6'6", well chiseled. He's got buns of steel, and his head, the back of his head, looks around. But eventually, he does look around to flash you a smile. And though his smile is big and welcoming, his eyes belie the fact that there's very little going on behind them. And although his chiseled jaw moves when he speaks, it almost comes out in a forced projection. As he says, you're the aristocrat!
When we're trying to keep things a little quiet. We just lost Eryn.
She got...
Wait, can we still hear you though?
She got
Eryn?
escorted away.
Yes, hello. We hear you again.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go.
Let me bring Eryn back on. Show on stream.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It
It cut out. It went.
It just went.
Seems to be a recurring thing.
It happens. It really does.
It's the internet.
It is, but that's okay. We're gonna throw you back onto Eryn. There we go. Perfect.
Should I just say the line again?
Yes.
All right. I turn around and I say, "Ah, you're the aristocrat."
Oh, when we should probably keep that a little bit quieter.
Oh, right. I've been practicing this with my friend Seer. Ah, you're the aristocrat.
You're very loud.
How do you know this? How do you know Vesper there, big man?
I think I'm gonna pop my head, and I have to do it like around Egg to be seen, because Seer's a very like scrawny man, like short, kind of thin, pale skin, kind of cropped, close head, and like doesn't really make eye contact with anybody. Kind of just slowly pokes his head around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you understand that word travels fast, but not to worry. I'll make sure that this one stays in proper distance. Yes. Egg, do you
Seer,
understand that?
don't-
Proper distance.
Seer, don't look now. But the guard escorting this aristocrat is that ignominious one who chastised us earlier. He must not know any better.
You must not know any better to be speaking to me like that.
Yes, he really doesn't. Please, let us just enjoy the breakfast.
No. I'm sorry. I gesture to the people running the chef line, and I disallow Egg from getting any food for breakfast.
Alas, a sacrifice that must be made in the name of solidarity.
Say, you're gonna learn to treat me with respect. The name is Officer Apoapsis. And if you want any comfort in this prison, you will learn your place.
Understood, Officer Apotheosis. I always show solidarity with the working class man, including yourself.
Sir,
Please,
don't. He's
support a
very
handshake.
bad with names. Don't worry. He means best. I swear he does.
All right, Witless. Better keep him in line.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You all begin to move through the line and grab your food. And Windless looks over to you, Egg, and goes, "Don't worry." And he produces the gold star that you were given from work. I held on to it. Kind of stole it. I think that makes it better.
Winifred, you are a lifesaver.
And he passes that off to you. Should be able to get the salt and pepper that you were looking for last time.
Thank you.
Of course. We gotta look out for each other in here, you know?
Of course. Would you like to join us and our gang? I say, turning back to Vesper.
They're really good at protecting. They're super strong. Nothing will happen to you if you're with them, I swear.
I immediately look to Samuel. Is this... I don't understand what's going on here.
They're a small prison gang.
I hesitate to use the term gang. That implies some sort of criminal association.
I
assure
like-
you that
I like to think that we're
Sorry.
just prison friends.
Yes. Where's my manners? Omega Crash. Convicted terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
I...
Omega Crash. Okay, that's a good name. I like it.
Most folks call me Egg.
Yes.
I don't know why.
no
Well-
particular reason. It is up to you, my friend, and it sounds very insincere when Seer puts it that, but he sort of shoots the phrase over in Vesper's direction, like, it is up to you whether you join us. But I may give some advice. If you are new to this facility, it is good to make comrades where you can.
I don't... I look back to Samuel again.
I
I don't belong here at... I don't... I'm sorry, you
Hey.
seem like...
I also don't belong here, so don't
Yes,
worry.
you do.
I do.
Yes. Let's not try to beat around the bush. We belong here, but that doesn't mean that we have to be divided. Where there's commonality in that.
Prisoners are very welcome to join gangs if they so please.
It's
pretty normal in this
gang.
prison.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a gang, yes. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
So.
I mean, it's a weak gang. They've got like one strong person, but that could be enough. Okay.
Seer, can you describe yourself to Eryn? Because we haven't done that yet.
I tried to earlier. Very small man, kind of very pale expression, kind of like ruddy hair that is almost like kind of straw colored, and just doesn't make eye contact at all. Doesn't really respond to Samuel's provocations, but just like under his breath, you could just hear kind of faint muttering of like, "I can melt your brain if I choose."
And I believe you said something along the description of about 5 foot.
Yeah, small dude compared to Egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Samuel,
All right.
please describe yourself to Egg and Seer.
I think Samuel is very much made in the image of me, just because he is a very normal person who has taken this job. Samuel grew up on a space station. The prison guard Samuel Appalachis grew up on a space station near the inner ring of the Empire, and grew up very indoctrinated in that world, and just very much fits the mold of the people that the Empire wants, and that is the image he is presenting forward to the people within this prison, and that is the story he has presented to everyone.
Fantastic. Vesper, please describe yourself to everybody else.
I think in better days, you would see a younger girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, but it seems like over the past few weeks, her tone has just gone down. Any sort of strength in her demeanor has just been absolutely crushed. She looks like she grew up knowing how to hold herself, but in this turn of events just doesn't know her place anymore and looks totally just unsure of everything and everyone that is around her at this time.
Absolutely. Fish out of water, for sure. And as you all approach the buffet line, you grab your nutrient-dense paste and one portion of meat with maybe a couple of green things that look like they were once vegetables, and are able to head back and find a place to sit.
Is Officer Samuel following us the whole time?
Yes, that is odd.
I am keeping kind of an overview of the whole group and standing at the end of the table, not sitting with you guys, but just kind of keeping a guard position at that end, watching everything. I've got a little binder or clipboard with me under my arm and a few pens as well. That might come into play a little later.
Fantastic.
So,
You all sit down at your table, your normal table, off to the side with windlass, just, trying to avoid any undue attention.
It used to be Sears' goddamn table. All of a sudden, all these people crash here.
To be fair, I think Vesper's not entirely sure what's going on, and if Samuel is following these men, she's following him. And if he tells her to sit there, then she will sit there. She's just...
I'm following you, so I think we're getting stuck in this weird feedback loop of just we're going with the flow.
Absolutely. I like our guest star here, popping into frame.
Coming in, you know how it be.
Love it.
Officer Meow Meow What is your
Yeah.
take on the situation?
This is Lieutenant Commander Jordy LaForge.
Beautiful.
As you sit down and begin to enjoy your meal,
Enjoy is a
Winless
strong
is
word.
eating more confidently than Winless has before, because despite the death threats that you've received from a couple of different people, nothing's happened so far. And it's easy for somebody like Winless to assume that nothing is going to happen.
And that's when Sigma said, "That's not hyperperoxide. That's my sister." And
I've been here for a week and I've heard that joke 5 times.
You've heard it 5 times. Try living with him.
I know. Look, one of the reasons why I'm here at the table today, I was going through my office and some of my filing cabinets in there, and I found this paperwork here. Acquisition forms for prisoners. If anybody needs anything, there's a list of things you can request: socks, towels, blankets, jumpsuits, things like that, toothbrush, toothpaste, soaps. If you need any of that for your room, mark it down on this paper here, and I start handing out paper and clipboards to people and say, just mark it down, and you'll be given a pair of whatever, 2 bars of soap, 2 pairs of socks, a couple pairs of pants, whatever you need. I found these in case anyone needs anything.
I think
So
Sear's a little.
Anything? I'm so...
I think Sears is suspicious of this. And yeah, I think like I would like to try to discern whether or not like this is, a thing that would be found in an office and forgotten about. And if you just like would like, hand off these forms to people, I think Sears just like looking at Samuel like, what's going on here? This isn't right.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for me. This is going to be an intellect check. If you have a specific skill that would work, you think, for this?
Well, I'm trained in all tasks involving discerning the truth.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for that. This difficulty is going to be difficulty 3.
All right.
So I haven't mentioned this to the viewers, but we are actually using a system called Cypher System for this actual play by Monty Cook Games. It's a slightly different kind of system that really kind of like, it's a good balance between narrative and gameplay mechanics in a way that other systems might not be able to juggle. So, fantastic.
Yeah, so it looks like that's a result of 2.
Seer, something's up. Yeah, these forms exist. They don't exist for most people. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, we've got these forms. We'll get those to you. Yeah. And never ends up actually happening, which is one of the reasons why the prison has a rather healthy and thriving black market where these items are typically sold for one thing or another.
Yeah. Is there like a signature that's required for this, or is it just kind of like mark out on the form?
It's your prisoner number would be what it would say on there, I think.
All right. Yeah, I think Seer takes a look at it and just kind of passes it back across the table, then looks over to Egg and just murmurs, "Don't touch anything."
He looks at the form already in his hand that's filled out. Thank you,
We want
sir.
for nothing.
Okay.
We want... he shoves it in his mouth.
I said no breakfast.
He spits it out. My apologies. It's not often someone in a position of authority like yourself extends their heart to people like us. And I, for one, am quite grateful. What's your first name?
My name is Samuel.
Samuel Egg. Well met.
Hello.
You're a handsome fellow.
Prisoner Crash. It's nice to see you. Thank you. for the compliment.
I'm sorry for what I said earlier.
What did you say earlier?
Nothing. You said nothing earlier, Egg. You should focus on your lack of food and meditate.
Of course. My friend Seer here, why, he's the greatest guide a man can have. He's shown me everything there is to know about the prison. I think you could stand to learn from him, too, I say to Vesper.
I'm gonna be holding one of those clipboards. Is this stuff that just doesn't normally come? I don't understand. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
My understanding is that there is a certain shortage of it within the prison, and I don't want my wards to be fighting over things. I want us to have as little trouble as possible and have as smooth a stay here as we can. Because you guys are stuck here all the time, but you have to remember this is a space station. I live here as well. So I just want us to have as amicable as a relationship as possible, have us all live as comfortably as possible together.
It is appreciated, sir.
And that's all.
Yes. Thank you. And
so
it is true.
kind.
We've been out of toilet paper for the last week.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't be out if you had rationed like I told you.
You have to ration toilet
It's
paper?
the salt!
Seer just slowly looks over, just like
panic attack.
a moment, just staring off into the distance. Yeah.
I'll start to collect the clipboards from some of the other prisoners that are also at the table and gather up some of the requests and such.
I think Seer looks over to Vesper and says, "From your reaction to this, I imagine that the circumstances that led you here were rather sudden."
Yeah, but yeah.
What happened? Why don't you tell us?
I was on a planet doing my job when the Empire came down. Apparently the planet had been quarantined, but nothing on my equipment showed that. None of my reports showed that. And there seemed to be some sort of fighting, I think, between rebels. And I got mixed up in it, and now I'm here to make an example for other people like me, I guess. I don't... This has all just been... I really don't know why I'm here.
That's terrible. I honestly, similar situation, ended up in the wrong house at the wrong time, and then a fire started, and now I'm here. It's really just crazy.
You stole from a man, Windless.
I didn't do anything like that.
So we've got an arsonist, a terrorist. What did you... a scientist who broke quarantine on a blocked off planet, I suppose. What did you do, Seer?
My duty.
To what? To whom?
I'm a Templar. It is my job to police the far reaches of the Empire and ensure that heretical practices do not flourish. Due to intrigues within my order, I found myself here. Rest assured, my duty remains sacrosanct, and my integrity unblemished.
Good. Is the question for the game master that the Templars and such, are they an arm of the Empire on their own?
Kind of. It's one of those things where it's like they are closely affiliated with the Empire. They're not technically a part of the Empire. It's a mutual agreement where they help to prevent those pesky... Well, here, go ahead and roll a... Well, this is going to kind of be a history check for me, but it's going to be an intellect. Intellect 4 for this, just for the lore, you know?
Okay, well that's lore, knowledge, and understanding, which I have an inability in, so let's do it.
No.
Might potentially get in on this.
Absolutely, you can.
Effort. But it is.
I think that I probably already explained this all to Egg, and he's just like tuned it out, just like
Yeah.
one ear out the other, like a temp what?
Wonderful.
Do you think there's salt in the cleaner they left at the end of the table?
All right, I'm going to reduce that down by 1 by putting some effort or edge or whatever we call it.
I am doing the same.
Ooh. Go ahead and take an experience point for yourself and give one away, Eryn, as you crit. Fantastic on your knowledge. You would know this. This is something that, you know, your family on occasion has been escorted by Templars through some more dangerous areas on diplomatic missions, of course. And you know all about them. And often they are described as a bit unhinged and very dedicated to their goals as an order. You see, in the galaxy, there are certain forms of magic that are just illegal. A lot of it has to do with psychic and psionic type abilities, so the brain. It is something like necromancy, or being a seer, not seer, but a seer, or somebody who can read minds adeptly. It's been a long time since these abilities kind of began to pop up, before even Atrosia took to the stars and began to colonize out and claim planets as their own. But it has something to do with a foreign and dark god that simply should not be here, according to the Atrosian Empire.
Could I give... So I can give an experience point because I crit?
Yep.
Okay. I'll give it to Seer.
Well, thank you.
For those at home who are Cipher Rules lawyers, this is an optional rule that I do in order to kind of increase the amount of experience points going around so that my players enjoy spending them as much as they do tearing up and advancing.
No.
And I failed my roll.
Yes.
case anyone's
You
wondering.
have heard of Templars. You have no idea what the point of them is.
I'll have to look
Can
up that
I-
later.
Ask a follow-up question.
Absolutely.
These abilities and this foreign dark god, was any of this information in the text that I pulled?
It was not.
Okay.
In the text that you pulled, there are only... let me do a quick count, because... Oh, 9. There are only 9 gods. One for each alignment spectrum, conveniently. This foreign and dark god you know to be a 10th that showed up roughly 800 years ago out of the blue. All because of some other players that are in a different game that keep causing havoc for my worlds.
So it specifically came from the blue sky and not the dark blackness of space.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, because
Perfect,
it was
okay.
before Atrosia had formed an empire, before Atrosia kind of took to the stars and realized there was so much more than their own little planet.
Yeah. So I think Seer is going to follow up kind of the explanation of who he is with kind of just a off glance over towards Vesper and say, so on my honor as a Templar, you know that I am driven to serve all law-abiding subjects. It is funny to think of oneself as a law-abiding subject here, yet I'm sure you still do in some respect. I'm here to protect and administer justice. You can trust me.
Funnily enough, I do believe you on that.
Very good.
Well, aren't we a bunch of grapes on a vine?
Does he have a volume button?
I have tried. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
Welcome aboard. What was your name again?
Vesper.
Vesper.
Oh, he
Welcome
gets your
aboard.
name right. Fantastic.
Yes, the important ones win low.
Well,
I'm sorry, that was rude. Winless. I shouldn't resort to name calling.
and the bell rings as you are ushered off to free time in the courtyard. And Windless goes, "This is my favorite part of the day. You guys want to, I don't know, watch some people play some games? Do you want to pass the ball around? It's up to you."
I'll lead you guys to the courtyard, but then, Seer, can you watch over Vesper for a little while I go turn in this paperwork?
Of course.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. So, Vesper, you come from a fancy family. What's that like?
It was normal for me, so good up until now.
Got both your parents?
Yes.
Oh, man, that sounds great.
See, if you said that you accidentally ended up in a house and a fire occurred, I mean, no offense, but I don't know how much information I should be giving to you.
Oh,
Oh, nonsense. Winston is a trusted source here.
listen. The fire had nothing to do with me. I
It's
was
like the
hungry.
guard said. He's our son. He said. Winston's our son.
Windless. Yes. Listen, what happened was I happened upon a house that I thought was empty. That was large and obviously was going to have quite a bit of food. A house that large, they're not going to miss it. They probably won't even realize it. If anything, they'll blame a servant and it'll be fine. And so I went in and it was the darndest thing. I was going through the fridge when somebody came downstairs and I blacked out. And when I came to, I was outside in handcuffs.
Lovely.
Such
And the house was on
terrible
fire.
luck of the draw.
That's what
Passing
I'm saying.
out right at the climax. You always have the worst luck, Winifred, but that's why we're here.
I think, like, Seer's just gonna cut Windless off halfway through and just look in Vesper's direction. Do you believe that your family is eager to see you out of this place? If you contacted them, they would be eager to get you out of here.
I thought that was the case before I was here. So no.
Understandable, but still, you pose some value. Egg, I believe that god is our ways out of here.
No,
I'm-
nonsense. My brothers will get us out. Like I said, any day now.
Yes, but as I discussed, we have to come up with a plan for if your brothers don't show up.
Ah, always cunning, Seer. That's why you're the brains, and I'm the other brains.
I'm sorry. What is going on?
Oh, we're
Oh.
planning a prison break.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here.
Yes, would you like to join us?
in a prison break.
Yeah. It'll be great.
Your options are that or die here.
But won't they kill you if you break out?
Yeah, but like if you're gonna die here, or maybe you have a chance to get out, I think I would definitely choose the chance to get out.
And now, we have the advantage of having a guard that we know precisely will follow you wherever you go, easily maneuvered into a position of our choosing. Once we take him out and take his ID cards, we'll be one step closer towards the culmination of our plan.
That's great thinking. I was just going to punch him.
I'm just over there getting soap ready for you guys, being all nice. Oh my goodness. In my offices, folding up warm towels for you. Y'all are over here trying to kill me. Plotting my kills.
Vesper, look up at the sky above us. That beautiful blue planet out there. The stars beyond. Around each one sits a planet of thousands, millions, billions of people sitting under the tyrannical thumb of the Empire that has placed us in these shackles. Is it not in our nature to rise up, to strive for greater heights than where we find ourselves now, to become free?
I lean over to Seer while I is monologuing. What did he do to get here?
He's part of the infamous terrorist organization, but he is the last and least of them. He's a useful asset, though.
So mean.
Yeah.
He's the last and least. I'm like, wow.
Anyways,
Never heard it so brutal.
I think we got this covered with the brains of Seer and the endless charm of Winifred. And my indomitable spirit. We can break free.
Yeah.
And so, just luck befell upon you all as... I mean, how long has these rumors been circulating that I am somebody who's going to be here? You recognized me on spot. Has this just been a part of your plan the whole time to just hopefully...
No, we're improvising.
Okay.
Yes, and we're welcoming you aboard.
And don't worry, even if we hold you as hostage, you're not actually a hostage, so...
I'm sorry, what?
Indeed, the appearance of her being a hostage could lend us some further credence, but rest assured, we will get you out of here in one piece.
Vesper, in the small window I've known you, I have never known somebody more self-assured, looking like they belong. You're a fish straight in water here, and I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Yeah. We move over to Samuel as Samuel heads.
Just poor Vesper, just surrounded by 3 maniacs that are all just like...
I'm normal, I swear.
Oh no, but Windless is absolutely part of the maniac group.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm currently in the office getting together a little package of towels and clothing items and stuff to bring to Vesper's room. And inside of one of the towels, I have folded in a hastily written note in a scrawled manic hand saying, "Your family has hired me to get you out of here. We need to come up with a plan. Talk to me at after breakfast tomorrow. We will I don't know. I have some sort of plan to get a loan, and I don't know. I say maybe I think in the note I'm like also like maybe we can use those idiots from breakfast today as some sort of distraction."
Beautiful.
I'm leaving that note in Vesper's and folded in Vesper's stuff in her room.
Fantastic. We bounce back over to our idiot friends.
I believe tonight may be the prime opportunity. Everyone's off guard. It's not like we'll get some sort of note tomorrow informing us of a secret escape plan. We need to be active and take the initiative. That's what Seer taught me.
Well, at this moment that 3 familiar thugs approach you and go, I see you were getting some special treatment from the guards over here. Does it have anything to do with your new compatriots?
Really?
Yes!
Did you even think this through one bit? You're going to come and harass us after you know one of the prisoners is specially watched over by the administration?
Yeah, I think so. You see, there's a promise that we made you.
Yes.
And we got to fulfill on it. Don't worry. We'll not hurt her. She'll be fine. But she's going to learn a lesson in not messing with anybody here. And you see, as they produce impromptu prison weapons, I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative for me. This is a difficulty 3.
Hi, friends. Your ability to improvise weapons is vastly improved.
Oh, Thanks, Egg. Shut up.
We put a lot of work into these, actually.
Fantastic.
Is that a lead pipe? I don't even know we still use those.
Yeah, it seems all of the lead
Goodness.
pipes from the galaxy just ended up here. It's crazy. Fantastic. Egg, you are going to be going after your friends here.
Yes.
But we're going to...
I think we know why.
He's just confused, you know? We're going to start off with Seer.
I'm confused.
As these guys begin to raise their weapons at you. What would you like to do?
I think Sears had enough of these guys. Like, they've tried once to mess with us, and they couldn't even, like, actually hit Egg worth the shit. Now they're coming back for it. I think Sears just done with it, so he's just going to stand up and just fling out a psionic beam of force to just dome one of them in the head.
All right. Fantastic. I do believe that is Onslaught Mental or
Yes,
Force?
it is Onslaught Physical that I'll
Physical.
be doing.
Okay, yeah.
So it does 4 points of damage. It costs 1 intellect point to use. I have an edge of 1, so that's his cost of 0, but I'm going to spend effort.
Fantastic. To increase the damage?
Maybe. I don't know. Hang on. Can I increase the effort after the damage is done up, or do I have to declare that I'm spending effort before I make the roll?
Declare before. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it before. What's the difficulty?
So for this, they're only slightly higher tier than you, so your difficulty is going to be like 2.
Okay.
It's not much at all in this situation.
Okay, I'm spending 1 level of effort.
Okay. Oh, very good. He gets smacked in the head with this invisible force and kind of stumbles back for a second, dazed, trying to kind of figure out what on earth it was that just hit him. Next up is going to be, not Samuel, because he's not here yet. He's off doing nice things for you and your friends. So that actually brings us to Vesper.
Oh shit. Okay. I honestly think that just the combination of everything and these guys being absolute wackos, Vesper has no idea what's going on. So she's going to just try and run. And I have fleet of foot, so I don't know if I can do anything with that.
Yeah,
Like,
that just
running
it means that you can get
or-
a long distance, which is going to be between 50 and 100 feet. So we'll say about you book it. You are now 50 foot from this situation, and yeah, that is your turn. Love that.
By
All
the
right.
stars, Seer, can you believe this? She's an amazing runner. We definitely need to recruit.
Yes, I can see that. Please hit them.
All right.
Oh.
It is their turn as they are going to come in with their weapons. The one who just got dazed doesn't know who hit him, so he's going to assume it was you, Seer, because let's be honest, there's no way Egg was able to pull something like that off. And he is going to make an attack at you. This is going to be a might defense roll, level 3.
Cool. All right. I've got a... Oh, look at that.
Oh, fantastic. He goes down to hit you, and out of, habit, you throw your arm up, and it hurts, but like not as badly as it was going to hurt, and so you take no damage. Fantastic.
I'm just so used to like I throw up the arm and it's just ow. The flesh is weak, Seer. Remember that.
The other two are going to go at you, Corb. Corb, this is a combined attack from 2 different enemies, and so because of that, this is going to be a difficulty 5 for you to try to avoid being hit, and it is going to be a might defense.
All right, I think I will.
Because I like bullying you guys.
Yeah. I'll put in a little effort this time.
Yeah.
Difficulty 5, and I'm gonna add 1 effort, so I lose 2 from my might pool because I have edge 1, leaving me at 12. Then I roll success.
Hey.
Fantastic.
If I may, they swing down both pipes, and I'm just like,
yeah,
in either hand.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're and I'm like, fellas, what did I tell you last time?
Yeah.
You need to go for the shins first. Did I teach you nothing from the crash philosophy?
And it's great because they're going to have to spend their next turn pulling the weapons out of your hands because you get a minor effect for critting on your defense roll. Or, maybe you drop their weapons, whatever it is. You can actually describe how that minor effect works.
Maybe I just grab it and I'm like, fellas, and like as I'm saying the line, I'm just like twisting them in my hand, and they're like, ah, with their wrists.
Great.
Drop them.
They drop to the ground. They look down. It is now going back to Seer, and it is going back to Egg. Samuel, you are kind of heading back towards the recreational area. You just did your good deed for the day. You feel pretty confident about it, and you see as Vesper is running away.
Is it me? What? Who is it?
Yeah, Samuel.
Oh, sorry. I'm
used to your
getting used to hearing my own
yet.
name. Yeah. Blanks. Let's see. I think. Oh goodness, I think I have like a baton, but nothing amazing. I think if I can run up and hit one of the prisoners that's fighting Egg, and just like in the back of the leg with a club. Is that possible? Yeah.
Currently, you are a little bit too far away. You will have to spend your movement, your entire action and movement to get there. But you can definitely do that.
Okay. I think instead I'm going to use fast talk as an action, which when speaking with an intelligent creature can understand you and isn't hostile. You convince that creature to take a reasonable action, and this guy's hostile.
Well, he's not hostile against you, though. And
Okay,
that's what matters as a speaker.
Okay, then I think I'm going to just use my authority as a guard to have them stop and just be like, hey, put your weapons down, stop fighting, guys, break this thing up.
Yeah.
And do that if I can.
Which one are you talking to?
The leader of the group, whoever the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that got domed in the head.
Yeah, I think I'll be like, all right, hey, enough of that. You guys have been fighting. Come on, break it up.
All right. Seer and Egg.
Does it look like they're listening?
The one is. The leader is just kind of like entranced with, what's he saying? He's so far away. Why is he interfering? They don't normally do that.
So I think I'd like to kind of reach out and like grab him by the collar. I imagine he's bigger than me, so it kind of looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna reach out and grab him and just like look him. And now Seared looks him in the eye and says, "I don't normally show mercy. I've shown it to you twice before. No further. You ever come closer to us again?" And then to make sure that he's got the point, I'm gonna look over one of the buddies that's attacking Egg and throw an onslaught at their direction.
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely. These guys, you're not going to have to roll on. It falls within the ability. It is going to hit one of them. Let's say it's the one on the right, the one that's going to be technically closer to you. As he gets a concussive blast to his head, essentially, and he also feels not super hot about this.
Could I spend effort to make that damage 7?
Absolutely can.
Yeah, like I'm straight up like going to try to kill this person in front of his friend.
All right. And so you do. He just immediately, like, his eyes glass over as he drops to the ground, motionless. It is going to be his buddy's turn, who sees that and goes, "Yep, no, we're done. Boss, we're done, right? I'm still trying to hear what the guard's saying."
Put your guns down.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, of course. We'll deal with this later, okay? And,
No, you won't. Listen to what I'm saying. I will vaporize you. I was very clear.
Yeah, he looks rattled for sure. Is the thing, like, that is a thing that he is right now, and he goes, yeah, whatever you say, bud. And they begin to check on their buddy to see if he is alive or dead, and goes, I think you killed him.
Oh my god, I did? I didn't mean to do that. I was just holding his pipe. Seer, did you see that? I think I made that man's brain explode with my mind. I didn't know I could do that.
It's a very dangerous power, Egg, but don't worry, I will guide you in its use.
Please! I don't want to kill anybody unnecessarily.
Yeah. Samuel, things have de-escalated here. However, there is currently a dead body that is going to be needed to be disposed of. And of course, the person you're supposed to be protecting is still fleeing in the opposite direction.
God. Vesper, it's fine. It's all good. You can come back now.
I'll have you know that Vesper, like, killed a giant, like, cat, like, saber-tooth type creature on her own, and yet chose to run away from these guys.
I don't have any of my weapons.
That's true. No, it's fair. Absolutely.
Egg.
I may have shot a guy in the hand.
Yeah, yes. No, don't look me in the eyes.
Oh. You know, there's very little I'm less afraid of than your mental powers. So,
You're a brave man, Samuel.
thank you.
Brave man.
Show me your great strength of body and carry this corpse over towards that airlock for me. And
Very well.
I'll
Shall
quickly.
I sing the traditional crash funeral tune?
You absolutely should. You definitely should do that.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
In revolution you rose, sweet prince. Now you must go, sweet prince, to the space you belong. Oh, prince, oh, prince. What did you...
I'm
I'm so sorry.
Okay, just set him down in the airlock. I'll cycle it. And all the meanwhile, I'm filling out paperwork that just is pretty much just like a guard being like, a prisoner died. He had to be put down because he was being unruly. Just really just like
Nothing I could do.
yeah, real cruelty, like just
Oops.
complete disregard for the life that was lost, and just being like, well, he was a prisoner. Oh well, just filling out the paperwork, and then I'll cycle the airlock and get rid of the body. So I'm like, they didn't really tell me what to do about this. I should probably get a superior, but at the same time, I was the only guard running over here, so I guess I can just handle it myself.
Yeah. Seer, before all of this, you are able to find on the ground 4... I want to call them knives.
Shanks.
Not quite. A little bit better than that. Somebody definitely spent some time on them, but they'll work.
I'm gonna kind of like glance over at this and then look over to Officer Samuels. I managed to find 3 knives on the ground that belong to the prisoners here. You should confiscate these, make sure they get out of the population's hands.
Perfect. That's great. Let me just double check that he's telling the truth. he did it on me, so I'm gonna do it once at least.
Yeah, totally.
I don't have anything about actually.
Yeah, this will just be an intellect check,
Just be
and
straight.
I am unlikable, so technically if I was trying to deceive somebody, it's a hindered task, so I don't know if it necessarily applies as a asset here.
yeah, your suspicious nature makes you unlikable, and any task involving deception or persuasion is hindered for
Yeah.
you. So what you're gonna do is you're going to roll. We're gonna not put levels on yours, Seer. You're going to roll for me. This is kind of like a weird NPC, like PC on PC combat type scenario that we're gonna have to figure out on our own. So it's going to be an intellect roll. You are going to
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to press that.
roll that, and what we're going to do is whatever roll it arrives on, it's going to be 1 tier below that. So
Vesper roll the recovery rolls.
I didn't mean to roll that. It was a
Eating
mistake.
grapes and watching us before she ran.
I've gone back to my cell and I'm just looking for this mysterious soap that should be arriving.
Yeah, there's a stack of toiletries in there for you, and you can read the note.
this is a difficulty 3, Samuel.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna let the dice roll, and I'm not gonna add anything.
You're pretty sure that this guy probably is lying to you about how many.
I found 3
found.
knives, and like the 4th one's already tumbling out from the jumpsuit.
I found 3. Oh, whoops.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
you missed that one that's there. I will collect the 4 knives off the person and be like,
But officer,
mm-hmm.
surely you can see the need to defend oneself in this prison.
And I can surely see that there are no wounds on the man that died. And Egg is certainly not smart enough to do anything like that.
I wouldn't underestimate him. There's nothing that man would not do
Egg's
for
just
freedom.
still in the background singing.
Singing and crying.
But, point made. And I go and hand over the knife.
And I will tuck them into the pouch. I don't know. I will hold on to them.
Yeah, your little guard fanny pack.
Yep. It's a normal thing everyone's got.
Yeah, obviously.
I wear a fanny pack every day. It's a cool move.
They're really useful, all right?
I mean, I'm not even joking. I really do.
And everybody kind of keeps a little bit of a wide berth around you, Egg Seer, and Winless, who's just was cheering you on the entire time. Vesper, what are you doing?
I as soon as I guess I broke line of sight and these guys like apparently being mad that I'm getting attention, I'm just going straight to my cell. And I guess I'm seeing the stuff that Samuel's left for me. And I'll start to sort through things, I guess. Like I'm here now. I may as well, I guess, make this as homely as I can.
Yeah. Go ahead, and for whether or not you find Samuel's note, we're going to roll this as a... Just looking at your stuff here. We're gonna make this a focus check.
Okay.
Which I believe you are actually inability, not untrained in. So we're gonna change that to what that's supposed to be.
Oh.
It's a part of being super strong-willed, you know?
Right.
This is going to be a difficulty 3. It's nothing crazy. It's not terribly hidden. But it's one of those things where it's written on toilet paper, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. You find this item with a note written on it saying that your parents want to get you out of here. Which, let's be honest, that seems really weird because, like, they were pretty adamant about you being made an example of.
Yep.
And so that doesn't quite track with what you know.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Who's going to look a gift horse in the mouth, you know?
Mm.
Fantastic. You hear as the bell rings again. All prisoners, please report to your next stations. And for you, next station, written on your wall, is in fact going to be labor.
Oh, fine. I'm sorry. What is this?
Just pointing at the wall, like looking out to anyone in the hallway that's walking by. Like, excuse me.
Yeah. Yep. And Samuel, you would know that you would probably need to escort Vesper to the labor station since she's never done this before.
Yeah, I think I will find her in her room as she's finishing reading up that note that I've left. And then say, Vesper, it's time to take you to the workshop.
Does he look suspicious at all?
Let's be honest.
This is a confusing day.
I think if I can say something.
Yeah.
I think with the context of just with that different light that you might look at me under from you were only seeing me as a prison guard, but now you might see me as something potentially different, and you start to see a roughness that you overlooked before, kind of a general like lack of a clean shave, just like a very small facial hair growing in just a little bit. A few like scars on and around his hands, and like a few burns like on his wrist. And just some stuff of like probably a harder life lived than has been put forward. And so you see there is something different. Just a bit more of a weathered life than the inner city kind of, space station born person that was described earlier. And that would be maybe some of the suspicious.
Potentially, I don't know. The thing is I don't think Vesper would have interacted with anybody like this, really.
Yeah.
So I think in all of the confusion, there is a little bit of suspicion there, but she'll take the note and shove it in whatever pocket she has, I guess. Labor. What is that? I
What
was
is, what is-
okay.
what is the labor detail, DJ?
Yeah, the
I
labor
don't-
detail
What
is
is
manufacturing.
labor?
They use prison labor here to manufacture goods for the Etruscan Empire and, of course, other private companies. That doesn't sound familiar at all to anything corresponding with real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. So, I will start walking you. Yeah, we're going to be manufacturing some armor plating for space for ships in the Empire. And the warehouse is over near cell block B, in between C and B. So we've got about a 5-minute walk to get there. So let's get going.
And as you do, you kind of head through this area, and everybody's heading to their various stations. Egg and Sear, you're already there. You're on a new duty today. It is no longer. They switch it up every few weeks. It goes from as Samuel said, sometimes it's armor plating, sometimes it's just ship parts, sometimes it's Egg's favorite thing, which is detonators. And it's they try to, whatever it is they're in need of, they are manufacturing. And today it is armor plating. And so you head off to a different spot than you have the last few times, as you kind of hear the loud noises coming from inside. A lot of crunching and lasers and all sorts of fun things like that. Let's see. I think this sound will be the best one for that. That is it.
I'm going to try and use the sound cover to be able to have a one-on-one conversation with Vesper about actually plans and such, so that we can't be overheard by anyone in the sound of the workshop.
Vesper's so out of her element. She's an archaeologist. She don't know what the fuck's going on.
Just
What is this?
stand over here and press that button. That'll activate the machine, which will press the plates, and then it'll move on down the line. And as it just starts ka-chunking, now we'll just turn. Did you get my note?
Yes, but why would they send you but not get me out earlier?
Well, it's not your parents who are trying to get you out, at least I don't think.
Oh, so
The
you're
person
right.
who I did kind of lie. It was a quick thought. I honestly, it might be your parents. I assume they're the ones with the money, but everyone just talked about your family. I assume they wanted you out. I don't really know who's hiring me. I'm supposed to deliver you to one of the planets in the more uninhabited zones, the less controlled areas, and we are supposed to figure out a way to get out of here.
Vesper, none of that sounds correct at all.
What am I supposed to be doing? Am I right? Am I remembering my story right?
Yes, you are. You are
Okay.
100%
Awesome.
remembering your story correct. To Vesper, this sounds like something that seems strange, but also maybe, right? Maybe your parents are thinking it's a good idea to, let the world or the galaxy believe that you are stuck here, and maybe they're just kind of going to give you a new life out in the middle of nowhere. You don't know. Doesn't sound great, but I mean, it does sound better than prison. Mostly.
Okay. Let me get this right. You were hired by somebody who is giving you money. You don't know who's hired you, and you're supposed to deliver me somewhere that I've never been. I assume you've never been.
I've never been to this planet, but I've heard of it, and I know who hired me. I know the organization that hired me. And they go by a lot of different names, but, essentially it's the enemies of the Empire themselves. I was put here about a month ago, or I was made to come here about a month ago. I was given the orders during your transport here, and I got here a little bit before you. So I'm supposed to be getting you out, and I think I'm only supposed to be getting you out, but I think we could get some help. There is that fellow Witless, and he seems really skilled in probably
So his name is Witless. I couldn't figure it out. What is his name?
I think it's actually Winless. Winless. But
Winlas.
Oh!
yeah, he's got his fancy name, but she's gone. You guys having fun over there?
Yeah, we are.
It's been so long.
Every time I stop and I'm like, okay, we're done with the bit, I just look over and Sully's still doing it.
Still going at it.
I appreciate
I'm method acting.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it's fantastic.
It's beautiful. It really is. We're going to move over to Egg and Seer, who are hard at work on these armor platings. The large metal cutter comes down. It's loud. It's awful. It's a horribly unsafe OSHA environment, really. Let's be honest. But you guys are working pretty hard as as Vesper and Samuel approach. The guard who's in charge of this area kind of looks over at Samuel and goes, it's Jarn, and he goes, I know that she gets special treatment, but make sure that she arrives on time from now on.
Yeah, sorry about that. Will do.
Good. All right, have her take her station. Can't imagine she's going to be much use on the line, but move her towards the end for now.
If
Okay.
you have other work, like intellectual work, I can do that really easily.
Oh yes, we'll just
Do
put
you
you
need
in the
to keep
prison
papers? I can keep-
library.
That would be perfect, actually. Is there a prison
There's not a
library?
prison library. That was a joke.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I get it.
At my old
That's
station,
funny.
at my old post, we had a large supercomputer that had access to all the information in the world, or in the galaxy, and I really miss it. I do wish this place had a library.
Prison library. That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Okay. Button pushing, is this all I'm doing? Because I don't...
Yes, push here. Wait.
Vesper, could you hand me the
Now.
the 200 grit? Oh,
Vesper, could you go ahead and grab me the 300 grit?
Fuck.
Good luck.
What?
no, this is the 200. I need the 300. He needs the 200.
Oh, yes, thank you.
They say it's not stainless steel till you can see the shine of your smile.
We need someone to reset the hydraulic pressure. Vesper, could you handle that?
How? This lever?
That one, yes.
Are you... Okay.
You just need to gauge the pressure. Ooh.
Vesper, I'm going to need you to make an intellect roll for me just to make sure that you can even follow all of these directions all at once. This is going to be with an inability. So it would normally be a level 4. It's going to be a level 5 for you. This is a lot, and it is confusing.
I like to imagine that Egg and Seer think that they've got a really honed strategy now, they know exactly what they're doing, and really they're just working on two separate things at once, and they're somehow not bumping into each other, but it's just sheer luck.
Yeah. Vesper, you're struggling to keep up, and the assembly line is beginning to fall behind you. or more so, you're falling far behind the assembly line as the conveyor belt kind of stops and the guard, Jaren, goes, "What is the holdup around here?"
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry.
Well, learn quickly. Hey, Egghead.
How is there a manual? Can I read? Can I read a manual?
I don't know. Can
Am I Egghead? It's because
He
you heard
didn't
about
read one.
the exploding thing.
He figured it out rather quickly. And Seer
Well,
here is...
actually, sir, I did the same thing. That's why they put me on sanding duty.
That's fair. Seer, make sure she knows what she's doing. Guide her through this. We'll take it slow. We'll build up speed as we go. We have quotas to meet. When you meet your quotas, you get special things. And he holds up a little gold star that you recognize from earlier today when Winless was passing a star over to Egg.
What is that?
Get you salt and pepper.
And other things. That's just what Egg likes.
Get you small
Let them
amenities.
bribe you with their petty extrinsic value. True value of labor is within the arms and the hands, the growth that you make within yourself.
Huh?
Clear.
Absolutely. Very good. Yeah, you. Let's make another roll. It's a little bit easier this time because you have Seer helping, so you're gonna receive an asset.
I think
And also-
I'm also going to use the ability Anecdote, which I can lift the spirits of a group of creatures and help them bond together by telling them an anecdote. And for the next hour, those who pay attention to my story are trained in a task of my choice that's related to the anecdote. So as long-
Fantastic.
I will tell a
Done this
story.
before?
I will say, back when I was one of my first jobs was in a machine shop, and we would make the nose cones of the deep space fighters for the Empire. And one guy got his hand. He stuck his hand in an arm press as a joke, and it just cleaned it right, cut it right off. So, don't do that. Anecdote over.
What did you do with the hand?
And we threw it out of the airlock. It was mostly squished, so we just kind of took the whole plate and threw it out because it was just really covered.
Good night, sweet prince.
Can I just press the button? That seemed like the easiest task to do.
Yeah, but the timing on it's tough.
No. You get special treatment, prisoner, but you gotta earn that roll. And you just see this this guy over there pressing the button. Boop. Boop.
That's Phineas. I hear he gets 5 gold stars a day.
Oh, fuck Phineas.
Hey.
You
There's
know
a
what
wonder.
you've done.
It's why they're short on toilet paper. He uses all his gold stars on toilet paper. Takes it from the rest
Toilet
of the
paper
prisoners.
king. What is this, 2020?
I was getting there. I was gonna think of a way. So,
Eventually, you get into the groove of things, and it is the most hard labor that you have ever done in your entire life,
Correct.
Vesper. You're picking up these large pieces of armor plating, and you notice every now and then an extra little piece of metal is chopped off that is just perfect enough to kind of conceal and use if you need to.
Oh. I'm going to try and take that little bit of metal.
Absolutely. I will
May as well embrace it, right?
I will add that to your inventory real quick. I mean, you're in prison, you know? You gotta do what you gotta do. Not allowing me to expand your character sheet because there's a character sheet in the way. Silly roll 20.
Nice.
Love it.
Vesper,
Uh,
I
yeah.
saw you running today. I think, given your speed and your knowledge and your insider information, you would make an excellent addition to our squad. Wink.
Did you just say wink, Egg?
Well, I used to try to wink at Seer when we were in the bunk beds, but he said he couldn't see me winking. So I started saying wink out loud instead.
Right. Didn't Seer already invite me to your little gang?
Oh, of course he did. Wink.
Clear the deck.
Yeah.
So what's the plan?
I thought you guys were the masterminds.
Right.
I'm not
I'm
near.
the brains, and Seer's the brains.
I don't think I'm near enough to hear you guys talking at the moment, because I don't
Yeah,
think I don't think Egg or Seer know that I'm part of an escape plan as well.
Oh yeah, no, we have no idea. Seer's just gonna kind of look over and go, we should talk about this later when we have more free time, but yes, we should get something planned. And I kind of like inch a little bit over to Vesper under the guise of trying to explain more of the machinery. Of course. Only if that is what you desire. Do you wish to escape this place?
Potentially. I'm gonna look over and see if I can find Samuel anywhere.
I'm nearby. Yeah.
Is he in the vicinity?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
he's kind of standing over on like the opposite side of the room as the other guard, you know, kind of watching everything that's going on.
I mean, yeah, I guess, well...
I think I'll.
Can I sleep?
You may.
and
We
we
are-
can...
You are potential
Wait.
asset to our plan, but you are not required to be a part of it. You wish to back out if you need time, you may do so. But Egg and I will not be waiting forever. We're getting out
Hold
of
on
this
a minute.
place.
Can you sleep? Is that a skill you have?
That is not a skill
just-
Corb has, or I guess.
It's
No, Seer can attest. That's
been
a
a
skill.
long day.
Yes.
It's been a very... It's been a long day.
Of course, this must be all very bracing for you.
A bit, yeah. If I could just get back to you tomorrow.
Of
Can
course.
We'll have to postpone the plans.
Am I ruining things? If you're...
No, we didn't have any plans.
Windless kind of like goes in and goes, they've been talking about this for months, and they act like every day is the day that it's going to happen. It's really just when an opening happens. Really, I don't think they've thought all of this through, but
okay.
they're great to have around to keep you safe. So just go along with it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, if I could just... Yeah, I'll get back to you guys tomorrow. So
Of course.
Wait. One more question. Would you say this corner is 90 degrees or 89 degrees?
Well, this is something I'm
It's
good
clearly
at,
90
actually. It
degrees.
looks like... Yeah.
That's a cutaway line. We can end the scene.
And so,
That is a cutaway line.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
you're
over here.
fine.
I'm chatting with a prison guard. I got something I want to say to one of these prison guards over there. Jara, was it Jara?
Jarn.
Jarn. That's right. I'm misreading my N. Jarn. I got a few of the prisoners. I got about a good 15 of these forms filled out. People asking for extra socks and towels. I want you to give these people these socks and towels and everything. And then next week, take away 1 sock from every room, so that for every 2 people to a room, there are 7.5 pairs of socks.
I'm all about that psychological warfare. I get it.
They will turn on each other.
Be like, who stole my sock?
Yep.
Yep. Or it was
It'll
lost in the
happen.
wash. You know? Fantastic. Sounds good. And the alarm goes off and says, everybody please head to your meal stations, please.
All right.
No, it's dinner time.
Oh, day goes by so fast.
Hold on. Samuel lied to me. 3 meals. This is 2.
Oh. Well, you missed your first one fighting. You ran back to your room. You missed the call.
There is actually only breakfast and dinner here. Lunch is a closely guarded special privilege.
Takes 5 gold stars to get lunch.
Shit.
I need to fix Aaron's camera. Hold up just a second.
What else has Samuel lied to you about? Everything.
What I do, baby?
There we go.
I don't
On the walk-
believe it. Samuel is an honorable man.
I will, on the way back, walking to dinner with Vesper, I think I'm gonna try and make it so that we're a couple feet like ahead of Egg and Seer, but I will say that if they want to try and overhear this, I believe that they could during this conversation.
Egg is not trying.
Okay.
Egg has no interest in the conversations of other people.
I'm going to be having a hushed conversation with Vesper and saying, so I've noticed that they bring in new prisoners twice a week, and on that second transport, they ship out anyone needing special medical treatment or any of the manufactured items that we bring or that we create here. My thought is either smuggle you out in some of the items that we make, or I can walk us into the medical wing impersonating. I don't even need to impersonate anyone. I can just walk us in there as your guard. Never mind. I don't need to pretend to be a doctor. But we can fake some medical records and try and get you on a ship out of here. And then when we're far enough away from that base, try and divert that ship. Do you have any experience taking over anything like that? Doing anything like commandeering a ship?
I mean, I piloted a ship, but I don't necessarily have tons of experience. I can try
Okay.
though.
I'm good at flying. I'm just not great at fighting.
The 2 special prisoners?
Your friends, your gang members?
I guess so. Is that what
Mhm.
they are now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that they keep talking about making a breakout?
They are?
Telltale.
Well, that's very, very serious. I might just have to have a conversation with them about that. I turn back and just kind of look at them.
Hey, Sam!
Hello.
You fixed the spotlight. That's great.
Thank you. Okay. They're trying to get out of here as well.
I mean, if you were looking for people to pin it on.
Pin it on. I mean, half of what I do is I like being a little flashy. That's how I got this job in the first place. So, I don't think we need to pin it on them, but the issue is that those ships have a security force on them, and taking them out would be more difficult if it was just the 2 of us. But that Templar and that meathead could both prove quite useful in that. And Windless, there's something special about him. I can see it in his eyes. He's got something there up his sleeve.
Are you sure?
He's just smiling along, just
I don't know.
having a wonderful day.
There's something about him. I think he's more important than the other two, really. If I had to guess.
I mean, you've been here longer. I'll trust you, I guess. I don't.
So
It doesn't. I just don't. Look, if I'm being honest, this feels like a haze right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's by haze. Do you mean you're mentally within a haze and you're confused, or does it feel like you are
No.
being tricked?
Just both.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I can tell you that I'm not here to haze you. I don't really take part in any of that sort of tomfoolery. I do take part in some mental games of hiding socks from people. But I guess that is kind of a hazing thing, too. Yeah. No, I'm not going to do a breakout haze. I just turn around. Seer! Egg! Come here.
Yeah.
I think he cuts off our whispered conversation of Seer getting close to Egg and being, the plan is not off. All right, there are 2 medical facilities that dispatch every week. Special prisoners that need assistance. So we'll go ahead and fake a diversion and then go ahead and take out the crew on board. Are you ready for...
There.
Yes,
So,
we were just talking about waffles.
Wonderful. Well then, oh gosh, I don't
I like
think this
mine with
this is
brown
not
sugar.
this isn't a safe place to talk, is it? I don't think so. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna
You
wait
like
to
your waffles with Seer.
I'm gonna wait to continue this conversation with Seer and Egg on the yard or in the workroom where there's less chance for talking, or there's less chance for being overheard. But the seed is planted with Vesper, and she could spread it during the lunchtime when I am not being all chummy with them. I guess.
Absolutely.
Or during dinner time.
And speaking of dinner time, you are all kind of coalescing into the line to grab your food. And nice, it's quiet. Egg, you have a star you can use on some extra provisions for your meal that, of course, Windless handed off to you. And you guys grab your food and go to, once again, your normal spot. And as you're sitting there, Windless goes to Egg and Seer and even Vesper and be like, it's kind of weird to have like a guard with us all the time.
Yes, well, it does have its perks.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Are you guys seeing this? If you put a fork down in the mash in a crisscross pattern, it's like a waffle.
Very good, Egg.
It loves waffles.
good job, Egg.
You really missed breakfast this morning.
Yeah, I wonder why.
No,
And Windless
I
just
hear
kind of
sometimes
looks
that-
over at you, Samuel.
You know, Egg, I hear sometimes they put gold stars inside of the mash. You should go and look for one.
I'm not falling for that, Seer. Everybody knows. They hide them in the peas.
Yes, you were saying, Windless?
Oh, nothing. I'm just glad for the company, honestly. You guys have been really fantastic. And his eyes roll back in his head as he looks quite unwell and his nose begins to bleed.
Seer, I'm doing it again. Winston!
I'm gonna
No!
Was he okay?
I'm gonna react and start actually doing my job a little bit. And immediately like see him becoming faint and bleeding out the nose and run over and check on him and
Yeah.
maybe call for a medic if I think it's necessary.
And he kind of goes limp in your arms for a second as he comes back to and he goes,
Hey.
so much blood.
It's a little bit. You're bleeding a little bit. What's up?
No, not
What
mine.
happened? What do you mean?
I'm gonna go to my room.
What just happened? No. You can't go to your... What happened? What? We need to get you to medical. You just collapsed.
Samuel, it's awful. I've gained these mind powers, and I unleash them unwittingly on the people around me.
No.
I'm a danger to society.
You're fine.
More
You're
than
fine.
I already was.
It's not you. It's not you. Don't worry. It's just something that's always happened since I was a kid. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later. And he looks to you, Samuel, and he goes, I could use some help getting back to my room, if possible.
Okay. Yeah. I am... Guys, oh, God dang it. All right. Yeah. You two watch over Vesper. I'll take this guy back to his room, fill out the medical incident report, and be back in about 10 minutes or so.
Sure. We'll watch over Vesper. Wink.
Oh. And
Okay.
and as you and Windless get up and begin to walk, the corridor, the open air kind of city prison that everybody is stuck in, it's pretty empty. Everybody's either at one of their workstations or their meal stations. And Windless looks over to you and goes, "Oh, I knew I had a weird feeling about you. But
What's that?
you're a helpful guy. Just so you know, it's not going to be your fault. And there's something coming."
What are you talking about?
It's feelings, really. It's something bad is going to happen. The specifics are not known to me, and when it happens, I don't know. But it always happens.
Okay.
There's no way to stop it. I need you to know that.
All right. That's fine. Let's get you back to your room there, Windless.
Samuel, I think a
and-
lot of people are about to die.
Yeah, I've been around a lot of death myself. It doesn't feel good, but I'm gonna get you back to your room. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it.
All right.
You're okay.
Yeah, of
Come
course.
on.
Oh, early nap will do me some good usually anyway.
Yeah.
Egg, Vesper, Seer, you're alone at your table.
Is this normal for your friend?
You guys
No.
have seen him do something similar, but not to this extent. It's usually he just kind of goes blank when it happens.
Windless is a creature that attached itself to us relatively recently. I would say that I've noticed them perform this aberrant behavior a few times in the past. I've not given it too much heed. It's possible it could be untrained psionic powers, similar to what initiates and the Templars experience. Understandably, I've been focused on other things.
Well,
Sometimes he stares off
well,
so
he-
long, I steal some of his peas.
will it be all right?
It is irrelevant whether or not he'll be all right. Windless is not part of our plan to escape.
He isn't?
No. What has Windless
Oh.
done for our group?
But he's the heart and soul. He's our pony boy.
Bony boy.
Yes.
Wait, did you say bony boy or pony boy?
I don't think they have the outsider, so let's go with bony boy.
Okay, all right.
He's our bony boy.
Now, what's a
You know
pony
the
boy?
insiders?
The insiders. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't watch Hollows.
It's the insiders, that show about prisoners inside. I don't know.
It's part of the Crash canon.
Of course.
I read it many times.
Windlass
Well-
may be our heart and soul, but he is also a nuisance. He has brought nothing but attention in our direction and has not contributed anything of value to our operation. Windlass
on.
is...
Hold on. I'm sorry. And she points to Egg. And he's not brought unneeded attention?
Yes, but he's brings with it a fair amount of strength.
Right.
He
Are we
compensates
implying
for his
something here?
problem.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, speaking of your strength, I may have thought things over a little bit sooner. I could potentially help you guys break out. And I believe Samuel will help as well.
Samuel, why?
I think he's. I'm saying this out loud and I'm starting to doubt it, but he told me that he was paid to bring me, help me out.
And do you trust that?
Saying it out loud, I no longer trust it, but I was trusting it before, and I don't know.
That's a smart
Oh,
instinct.
come now. Come now, Seer. As Alpha Crash always used to say, never look a grift morse in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha Crash's
that
advice
was
is very specific to the Crash family. I think we're in a different situation altogether here, Egg.
I mean, if he can help, though, he
So
seemed...
he is a guard
I
on the
don't-
take that has picked up a job to transport you elsewhere.
That's what he said, and maybe I don't know. I've only really been here for a day. Maybe I'm just talking nonsense.
No, you are not. You must realize, Vesper, that if you do not take control of your situation, you are going to continue to be directed by all these different people, and you will be helpless on a string. You have to take charge of this now. You have to decide for yourself what you want and how to get it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'd recommend, starting with the first one.
The first one, what? Egg.
The first thing he said.
That's right.
Samuels may be an aide. I believe he will be an aide as well in our plan, which was to knock him out and take his ID codes.
Okay, maybe you should tell me exactly what your plan is. So you plan on knocking Samuel out, and were you planning on having me as a hostage?
Well, perhaps. My original plan, I must say, was to get Egg to inspire a sort of prison revolt. He has a very charismatic personality, but we've been very slow on that regard and haven't really had much ground sway. So we'll have to go
don't
for a
know
more
why.
direct option. I
They
don't
didn't
understand
like me calling
either.
them parasites for a couple of weeks. That was
Yes,
your
I don't know who-
suggestion.
I don't believe it was. I do not recall ever saying anything along the
No.
sort.
You said there were no friends here, only parasites.
I did say that, yes. But anyway, you're just kind of like shifts about a little in the seat.
I think at this point, Vesper's starting to feel a bit used.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry. Did you prefer to be called parasite?
no.
Oh, okay. Faux pas. I don't know.
Let us be clear, we're all in a position where we are trying to get out of this place and look after our self-interest.
Okay, and how do I know that that the both of you aren't absolutely terrorizing murder criminals who will just kill me as soon as you escape?
Oh, I am a terrorist, but I don't murder. Usually.
A terrorist of
That-
what then?
What happened in the yard was an aberration, I think. Oh, Vesper, let me tell you a story. Was 200 years ago, Alpha Crash first founded the Crash Clan, the matriarch of a great family. And she wrote a great manifesto, the Crash Manifesto, vowing to overthrow the Empire and bring a utopia to every man, woman, and child and non-binary person in the galaxy. Our mission was simple. Destroy every resource the Empire has, bring them to their knees, and in the chaos, egalitarianism shall reign. I live by that philosophy, but we don't kill. Instead, we aspire to create chaos. And through that, revolution. Anyways, I was blowing up a supply depot when they nabbed me.
Right. What sort of supply depot?
An Imperial one.
Okay, and what were
You
they
know.
doing out of curiosity?
Ship fuel, ballistics, surplus food,
Right.
new ships.
Right. I'm going to take a wild guess. You two have heard a lot of rumors about me, but you probably don't know who my parents are. Exactly?
No,
And the name, no, but I may be familiar with them. Who are your parents?
If Vega's blown up an Imperial depot, that depot may have potentially been my father's depot?
Oh, awesome! Wait,
No, no, no,
Are
no,
you
no,
a,
no, no, no. Not awesome.
Samuel walks back up to the table.
You're so good at standing completely still, Corb. I thought you were frozen for a second. Oh. So, Samuel, you have dropped off Windless at his cell and headed
Heard
back
something ominous and came
to
back.
the after the not ominous at all warning that you were given by him. And yeah, it's at that time when you arrive back at the group, the bell goes, everyone head to your next station, and for you guys that is free time again.
oh, hold on.
As he finishes Windless's food.
Where are we going? Free time. Let's go.
Free time.
Yes, let's.
Evening free time. Come on.
And free time goes by uneventful. You're able to, unwind or relax, do what you need to do before everybody is ushered back to their cells for bedtime.
A moment before we go to bedtime.
Yeah.
I just want to, on the walk out or during free time at some point, I will say, y'all ever heard Windless talk about something bad happening? He was talking, he was like, oh, a bunch of people are going to die, and it's not going to be your fault. Well, he was looking to me, and I said, all right. Anybody
I've
know
seen him
anything
go
about
into
that?
an episode before, but I've never heard him speak of it. What did he tell you?
He said something like he gets feelings when something bad is going to happen, and that it always happens. And I don't know, sounded like something weird. I assumed it was kind of a little bit of the general madness that can go on in the prisoners. But just that coincided with the nosebleed and everything. It's just odd. Just odd.
Wait a minute. Does this mean Winifred is psychic? Seer, do you think this means maybe he was the one who exploded that man's brain?
Potentially, Egg. Potentially. I think you're onto something.
Thank the stars.
He's a hard time staying on topic.
Officer Samuels,
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know each other. But you know my story.
Mm-hmm. Templar.
Yes.
Got some
And
trouble.
while I am no longer a part of the Order, I still consider it to be my task, my vocation.
Mm-hmm.
Might you allow me to wander from my cell and escort me to Windless?
Sure. Sure, I can take you to Windless. We'll just walk the other way around the cell block. You can pass by his cell and say hi to him, see what's up. On the way back to bed.
Thank you.
And then on the way back, I'll escort Seer towards Windless's cell and, give him a couple minutes together. As best I can.
Yeah. He is currently laying down in his bed, looking ill. And he looks up and... Oh, Samuel, Seer. It's good to see you.
Mm-hmm. So, we wanted to talk to you about what you were saying earlier. Seer thought, is Templar training or past might be of some use here. Help you with your problem.
It's nothing. It's just an episode.
I think Seer's going to have the most, soft tone he's ever adopted. Are we in the cell, or can we kind of, walk into the cell?
Yeah, you have a guard with you. Guard can absolutely access it. And you this is the first time you've seen the inside of Windless's cell. He's young, right? He's,
Yeah.
Maybe 20, 21 years old. And he is in his own cell, which is, again, a rare thing. And on the wall, he has some pictures very well drawn up. I'm going to need you to make a intellect check of some sort for essentially kind of like a perception.
Would my magic training at all apply here?
I will allow it, yes.
Intellect. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty for this is going to be a difficulty 5.
Okay. I'm going to apply some effort. That's it.
Very good. On the wall, you see very well drawn things. Just absolutely. Windless is quite the artist. And you see a picture of yourself, of Egg and Windless, just kind of like, almost like a photograph, like a keepsake type memory. And you see that he has actually been recently, probably within the last few hours, since this is the first time he's been in his cell since Vesper arrived, has begun drawing Vesper in as well. Currently, it's just a bit of a line drawing, but, just kind of the group. And the starts of a stick figure that you can guess to be Samuel of some sort. And also, you see other things. You see an incredibly intricate drawing of what looks to be the sun. It has these scythe-shaped objects all around it, like almost radiating off. And a picture of a ship that you don't recognize. Samuel, you would recognize this ship. This ship is one of the troop, kind of like fighter transports that they use to defend the station.
Okay.
And Windless looks at you guys and goes, really, any time that I get to spend with you guys I truly do cherish it.
Windless, I have been cruel to you.
No, don't worry about it.
No, it is the fact. Don't diminish it. I have been cruel. And for that, I am sorry.
Oh, no.
Tell me, do you often see things in these episodes?
It's rare. I've had these episodes since I was a child. The doctors always called them seizures. But within the last few years, well, it all started that night. When I got caught, I had an episode, and I saw myself here on the eye, with you and with Egg. When I came to, everything around me was on fire, and I ran, and that was when I got arrested.
I understand.
I'm very excited that you four will be getting out. I'm very happy for you.
What do you mean we'll be getting out?
I don't know. I don't know the details of it. I just know that you're not going to have to worry about this place for terribly much longer.
Okay.
And in these visions, do you ever see yourself?
It's not like a dream where I can see myself, but rather it's as if I'm seeing through my own eyes. All of them always have come true.
Where you don't see yourself on the ship with us, then? Escaping this place? In your vision?
I haven't seen much beyond that. I've just seen you four, the new one as well, getting on and taking off.
Okay.
Thank you, Windless.
Of course.
Please, get some rest.
Of course.
I'll leave.
I'm gonna stand up and walk outside and just kind of like walk straight up to Samuels and just say, all right, you're not a guard, so listen up.
Okay.
We may be dancing around each other as to exactly what our intentions are, but if what we've just heard is correct, then all of that doesn't matter anymore. The escape, Vesper, none of it.
We're the only ones that are going to make it off of this thing? Is that what he was saying? No. Okay.
What he was suggesting is that he has some sort of gift of foresight.
Mm-hmm.
An oracle.
Yeah. My understanding was that we were the only ones that were going to make it out of there. Because he was very, very ominous earlier.
Well, then we need to move quickly. We need to inform the Wardens so that they can fetch the Templars, and they can come and destroy this aberrant before it threatens anyone else.
Destroy Windless?
Yes.
Because he can... You don't like that he can see the future.
It is not that I don't like that he can see the future. The fact that he can potentially see the future is a danger to everything we hold dear.
Okay.
I don't care if you're masquerading as a guard. You do me this favor, and I'll help you with whatever it is you need.
Okay. Well, we can get off this. All right. I was... Yeah, okay. I'm here to help. Vesper get out of here. I was hired by the rebellion. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I could use your help getting out of here. I could use Egg's help getting out of here. At this time I'm talking, I will be pulling out the daggers that I took from him earlier, handing him 2 of them.
I'm just taking them and listening. Like,
Yep.
yeah. All right, we're getting caught up.
Yep.
All right, good to hear. Good to hear. Finally, professionals talking.
So, my plan, in my wildest of dreams, would be to blow up this whole thing as we leave. The whole prison. Because as far as I'm under the impression of, in my belief system, is everyone who is here is already dead. They have been taken by the Empire and they're not getting free. So they're either dead men living on this station or Imperial guards. Either way, nothing will be lost. I am supposed
Disagree
to
with you on the ideological purpose, but I understand the efficacy of it. Let's do it.
I'm here to get Vesper off the space station. And then you guys can help me with that. I will help you escape, and we will take care of this aberration then. Because quite honestly, I don't like this psychic mumbo-jumbo anyway.
Sweet.
'Cause I grew up on a planet with...
I don't
Actually,
care.
none of that. Okay, great. Wonderful. Let's go then. Back to your
Let's
cell. Plan being right now, we've got a transport coming in 3 days. Bring the infirmed off of the station, as well as take a shipment of that armor plating we just created. So, either we can try and sneak you onto that ship as carriers of said cargo, or as someone infirmed. Which one would you like?
Well, I have been feeling unwell ever since they stripped me of my body, so I suppose unwell would make most sense for me. I would suggest that if you send the message up the chain of command that there is an oracle on this station, they will take precautions to deal with Windless, and that itself may provide us with some opportunity.
Okay. Go then. I will amend the medical paperwork I had filed earlier, which I had put down as to some sort of brain aneurysm, to an oracular episode.
Yes, if need be, you can mention that I was on scene. It should count for something still, my pedigree.
Templar's recognition and observation would be helpful. Okay. Sounds good then. Tell Egg I will make sure Vesper is aware of the plan.
Fantastic.
It is so good to finally speak to someone who understands my language.
Yeah, I love speaking in lies, but it does feel good, to be honest. Alright. See you. Good luck. I will talk to you tomorrow.
As you leave Seer at the cell, you head back to the locker room. You pack up your stuff. When Jarn and Malia approach you and go, "Hey, did you hear?
Hear what?
Solar flares. We're going to be stuck here tonight."
I was feeling a little warm, but I suspect that's probably not what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, they said that all flights are going to be grounded for at least a week.
Do they pose any threat to the station itself?
As far as they know, no. Should be good. We're pretty shielded here. It's not really a lot that could get past that. But for transports coming in and out, apparently it can mess with navigation. So looks like we're here for the long haul. But hey, overtime, right?
Great. I love having all this money to spend at the lovely shopping opportunities on this space station.
Listen, it's a temporary post. You know, a few months on, few months off. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Plus, I mean, that's going to be so much bank.
Yeah. I guess we got something to look forward to. Alright. Well, I gotta go stop by Vesper's room one more time, make sure she's, check on the daddy's girl and all
course.
that.
Yep.
What?
Gotta keep them safe.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Like, life imprisonment, and, like, we gotta, like, pamper the VIPs? That just seems stupid to me. Like, how were her parents gonna even know? Like,
I've found that people with a lot of power see a whole lot and also miss some of the most obvious things that are right under their nose. So they might know exactly what's happening to their daughter in this prison, but have no idea what she was doing at her own house. It's a very odd blind sight that these people have.
it's awful.
Yeah.
All right, well, see to it then.
Seeing to it. Evening, sir. I will see you in the morning.
See ya.
Boop, boop, boop. Make my way on over to Vesper's room. Before I make my way over to Vesper's room, I will amend the paperwork in the system to note an oracular vision of things
Okay.
and describe within it the images on the wall of the sun and the solar flares having been drawn out before the fact that I heard about them, and probably before the fact that it was spread through the space station as news, because he was drawing them over like dinner time or before dinner. So I will notate all of that down in my report.
Yeah. You make it over to Vesper's cell, and Vesper, what are you doing?
Crying.
Yeah. That
Crying's a free action.
it seems like the right thing to do on your first night in prison. Sure, it's common.
Yeah. I'll open the door, kind of knocking on the jam. It's on, being, hey, I've spoken with Seer, and we are all on the same page as far as things go. Now, we're going to have to delay about a week because, well, you know what? We might not have to delay. Is there a ship docked here right now, DM?
At the moment, there is probably in one of the bays.
Okay. See, I've done one piloting through some solar flare activity, and it was dangerous, but I pulled it off. We might be able to think of a way to get out of here and not be followed by anyone. I'll have to check out the ship and see what it can handle, but might be getting out of here sooner. If not, we'll have to delay our escape by a week until solar flares calm down, because that does make travel difficult.
Definitely.
So prepare.
Be ready.
now or
Don't get too comfortable is all I'm saying. You're not going to be here for the long haul, and yep, you just got to keep yourself safe for a week or so. And I set a knife down on top of the desk that's in her room or whatever, or on the water tank of the toilet, whatever flat surface is nearby.
Oh, that's right, because you never saw the fact that she picked up the piece of metal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So I set down a knife and
Mine's bigger.
yeah. This is
can I just ask?
Yeah.
What do the rebels want with the senator's daughter?
well, there's some good things and some bad things that they might want. So I don't know.
It could potentially be walking into something worse.
Yeah. But good news is you got two people here who like you, who are going to be coming along with us and don't hold any loyalty to me. And I'm pretty sure I just gave them both knives. So if you can win them over, then you'll probably be fine. If you don't like where you're going, they'll kill me.
And you don't like me?
I don't care. I was paid to do this. I've done easier jobs, done harder jobs, done a lot worse things. So, it's whatever to me.
All right. You head off to the temporary guards barracks, makeshift sleeping area. Samuel and Vesper, you stay in your room. Egg and Seer, you are laying in your beds. What's happening in your cell?
I hold up the dagger and say, "What's this for?"
Escape. And Seer's just like out of it. Just kind of like plops the dagger down and just walks over towards the cot and just kind of just lays down upon it and just is like not even responding to Egg's presence.
Mm-hmm.
That's preposterous. How could this help us escape? It can't even break through the 2-inch steel they have on the outside of, Seer, usually this is where you cut in with an eye roll. Are you alright?
Yes. I simply have been reminded of my duties.
Oh. Well, with the god and the stuff.
With this god and this stuff.
Yeah. With the god you told me was benevolent and ready, and that we should readily help. Because he'll assist
Do you
in our
not
mission.
listen to yourself? You understand that you're a fool, don't you? A blind idiot! That is part of a family of blind idiots. You want to topple the Empire? When you realize the Empire and all its affiliates are the only thing keeping this galaxy from slipping into chaos?
I see what's going on here. You wanted Winter's extra meal.
Sure.
Hey, Seer, you know, when I came here, I didn't know what was going on, and I have to admit, sometimes I wonder, my brothers who left me, are they even coming? But you've been a true friend. And I know I can count on you and trust you. You're losing your temper, which means something important is happening. And I want to be part of it and help you. That's all I've ever done. That's all I was ever good for. So let me do that.
I don't deserve that kindness. But thank you. We need to kill Windless.
Oh. Oh, that's what this is for. Oh. Well, I don't really want to do that.
He's
Why?
a threat to the world.
Oh. Why?
He's an oracle, and it is my job as Templar to destroy rogue elements like this when they arise. It is more important than the safety of the Empire. It is the safety of the galaxy as we know it.
Oh. Why?
Because oracles disrupt the foundation of our understanding of causal space. An oracle peers through the firmament, and when they do, other things may be peering back beyond it.
Casual space. Right.
Causal. Never mind. It is very important that Windless does not leave this station.
Is this tied into the escape plan?
It is more important than the escape plan. At least it is now for me. But
Well, Seer, you're my friend. Oh, but he's also my friend. What would Alpha Crash do?
I think I'm gonna look over at. Our dear buddy and just like shake my head and go. I have no idea. Maybe Alpha Crash would just tell you to sleep. And I'm going to use my power to disrupt memory and just wipe that entire conversation from Egg's mind.
Sure. I don't think Egg is capable of resisting. So.
That's fair.
Oh, poor Egg.
So it's like, what's this for?
The rebellion I've explained to you 1,000 times, Egg. Do you not listen?
Sorry, my memory's been failing me lately. Great.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah. And as you go to sleep, it's almost as if your head hits the pillow. And for the first night in a while, Seer, you have purpose. That means something. And when you wake in the morning, you look at the calendar to see where it is you're heading off to first thing for your rotational. And it seems everybody is going to labor. And so you all gather up and you head to your assembly line spots. You see Vesper, you see Egg, you see Samuel. Windlass is nowhere to be found at the moment. And the guards kind of usher you to your stations. Come on now, we've got stuff to do.
Do I know what happened to Windlass as the guard?
You do not.
Okay.
Seer, have you seen Winter's Bone? I don't know where he is.
No, I haven't seen Windlass either. Vesper, how are you?
I've had better night's sleep.
Vesper.
Yes.
Seer told me about the plan, Wink.
Which for
plan.
you is the rebellion.
You're a rebel! Isn't that wonderful? We're two peas in a can, as Alpha Crash used to say. Is that the saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not a rebel.
Let's try and be quiet about that. Even in these loud environments. They're Egg.
Right. I'm just here buffering.
Yeah.
I mean, yep.
All right, everybody to your places. You, new girl. You're on the press today.
Okay, how does this work?
Press comes down. Move item. Or move debris. Just like that. Over and over again. Super easy.
Okay.
And you begin your work shift just, having a productive time when Egg and Seer, you hear a troublesome voice again, and you see as only Samuel is in here as far as guards go. Listen, I told you you were going to get your comeuppance. And this is that time. And a few of the other people stop their jobs as they all kind of turn and face you.
You hear that, Seer? They're giving us co-muffins. I'm hungry. We don't even have breakfast.
I lock the doors.
All right. Boys? And they come in at you just absolutely... I mean, it's a lot of guys.
Whoa!
How many guys is it? Maybe I don't lock the doors.
It's
the
like
question.
it's like 8 guys. It is doable for Egg and Seer and even Vesper. And you know that at least your team for sure has weapons.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Then I'll seeing that. I think talking with Seer and seeing him kill someone with his mind and Egg stopping 2 lead pipes. I'm gonna just say okay. And I think you're gonna see a side of Samuel as he kind of starts locking the door, and this excitement at what is about to happen and the chaos that's gonna occur. He's not
Yeah.
he's not scared or afraid of this happening.
And as you all kind of prepare yourselves for this inevitable battle, you see as Samuel, you hear a knock on the door. Tink, 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 tink. You see Windless as Windless looks at you and goes, "Sorry, I'm late," and then looks up, and his face goes completely pale as he gazes upon the scene in front of him. Nobody is working any of the equipment. Nobody is relieving any of the pressure. And as it all builds, one of the pipes bursts and explode. This is going to be a Game Master intrusion, Vesper. You can take an experience and give it to somebody else.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Egg.
Hey, thank you.
As this pipe bursts next to you, as this pipe bursts next to you, you are pushed and land on the conveyor. Your arm in the way of the stamp as it comes down, and everything goes black. And that is where we are going to end for tonight.
I specifically told her how to avoid that. I gave a whole anecdote.
Oh, I feel so bad for Vesper. What a fucking shit show.
It's
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm gonna rescue
no.
you and bring you to people who want to hold you hostage, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely. Well,
So bad.
guys, that was super fun, and I'm very excited to see where this story takes us. As it's gonna be something.
Yeah. I was not in all of my story and everything, I considered 0 magic. And so having like oracles being read to me, like this is me experiencing all this firsthand too, where I'm like, what the hell? This guy's talking about some dark god. I'm like, 9 gods in the god. None of this matters. Like, what are you talking about? This isn't a thing. This isn't important. There's a guy with a spaceship and guns. That's the problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm gonna hit stop recording